Okay, this video is for 18b, which would be the answer for 18. And I've already got the answer on the screen. Just wanted to show you something though. Well, first I'll just run it to show you that the output should look something like this. A number between 1 and 10, I'll put 5. Too high gets lower, 3. Congratulations, you guys did in 2 tries. So it's working. But I wanted to point something out. A lot of people did this. They put this right here, and it works just fine, and I gave you credit if you did this. Put this right here. Let me show you. And then this was indented. And that's fine too. Perfectly fine. And then some people just, had their own statements down here, which is fine. You didn't have to word it like mine, as long as you explained to them how many tries. You just had to have a counter in there somewhere to tell them how many tries it took them. Some people had an if statement down here that said if the guess was equal to 1, then it said, fantastic, you got it in 1 try. And then the else was, congratulations, you got it in blank tries. But they kind of gave a special message for those who got it in the first try, which was kind of nice. So those are just some variations. Now, but back to this. Why would it work like this? Obviously, it gives them a guess if they get it wrong, if they guess too high. And then the else statement was in case the only other option, if they got it wrong and it went into the while loop, it's either too high or it's too low. So that's why I just went with an else statement. I didn't have to put elif guess less than answer. Now, a lot of people did that, and I still gave you credit for that because good, you're still using the logic statements. That's fine. I'm just trying to clean the code as much as I can and do it in as few lines as possible. And there's even other ways to do this with even fewer lines. But anyway, from what we've learned so far, I'm just giving you the variations. So, why did when I first opened this up, oops, I gotta back this up to there, okay. Why did I have my code like this? As long as that's dedented, I only had to type this line once instead of twice because, remember, if it's in the same level, if it's not indented underneath, that means it's going to run no matter which of these statements is true. So, as long as it's indented once from the left margin, that means it's still a part of this while loop. So, if they get it wrong, let's say they guess too high. So they guessed greater, and then this gets printed because it's a true statement. Now, because this if statement was true, it only does this, and it does not look at this, the else statement. It skips that code. But because this code is lined up with the if and else, then it does do this, and it lets them guess again. Now they guess again, but this time it's too low, and the guess is still not equal to answer. So this is true. So it puts them into the while loop. It looks underneath and says, "What's indented? I'll do everything that's indented." It increases the counter. It says that's not true, so it goes down to the else and it prints too low. Guess higher. And because this guess is unindented, I should say it's lined up with the if and else, it does this again. It lets them do it. So that way it goes to this line either whether this is true or this is true, the else statement, either one. And that just cleans up the code a little bit. Then you don't have to have it twice. But it's okay for those of you who did it twice, just like I showed you. No biggie. All right, so there's the answer.